Hi, and welcome back to the joy of tennis teaching. I'm going back to another question from my good friend Justin Work. Justin asked my opinion on teaching with orange and green dot balls for adults. This is a difficult question for me because I'm not so sure I agree with using orange and green dot balls for children. Um, I understand the premise behind the lower bouncing, less lively balls to slow the game down and create a bounce height that matches the skill of the children. And I think that's a brilliant idea. The problem that I've seen with orange and green dot balls is because they're slower and don't go as far, the coaches tend to teach too big a swing. And I really believe that that's one of the major causes of problems for any level and any age of tennis player. The number one fundamental for becoming a good tennis player is learning to control your contact with the ball. The swing is a power source. So the analogy I've used often with coaches and with students is if you were teaching somebody how to drive a car, you wouldn't get into the car, turn on the car, put it in gear, and say, press that pedal on the right. I'll teach you everything else later. But that's what happens to most new tennis players. The first thing they're taught is a full swing. Racket back, follow through, racket back, follow through. So it's like teaching somebody how to drive by having them press on the gas pedal. The player does not learn the concept of steering and braking and slow acceleration, driving at a slower speed. This is why we've always felt that the idea of teaching contact, the idea of using mini tennis, the idea of doing JFT drills to bounce the ball down, learning how to control the power that's naturally in the racket and strings is the most important thing. So I have used orange and green dot balls at the camp with small children, but I still always approach the teaching from the idea of, number one, teach contact. Number two, teach the left hand how to control the face of the racket. And then number three, teach balance so that the players understand how to move to the ball without getting out of control. Without question, the biggest cause of mistakes in tennis for every level of player, even up to tour players, is overswinging. I was watching my student Scott Cameron when he was a hitting partner at the BNP, and he was hitting with a top 20 player in the world. And it became rather obvious that this player did not understand what was causing the mistakes when he made the mistakes. This is a highly, highly skilled player. He's absolutely phenomenal talent. But he's stuck, which I talked about in the last video, because he's got some bad information. He does not understand what's causing his mistakes. He thinks it's something with his follow through or his backswing. And the problem is really on the timing of his contact. So it's great to use orange or green dot balls for your students if the bounce of a regular ball is too fast and too high for them. But I strongly encourage you to first teach contact. Teach the students how to feel and how to control the natural rebound, the minimum potential. What can the ball and the racket do when they connect? It's a very short one for today, but I think it's very, very important. We'll come back to this. Again, thanks so much for the comments. Fabio, I got your message, and we'll do group teaching very soon. And please subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and hit the like button and let me know what you think of these videos. Thank you very much, and enjoy the joy of tennis teaching.